3 months ago, I asked ChatGPT how to build an entire base, and I thought to myself, a base might just be too hard for ChatGPT. What if I ask it to build a house instead? Yep. That's what I'm doing today. Just to show you how easy a house is to build, there are 3 ways houses are easier to build than bases. 1. You don't need farms. 2. I don't need to be in survival mode for it to count, just easier on my end. And 3. ChatGPT just can't build farms. Let's do this. Sure, building a house in Minecraft 1.21 can be a fun and creative process. Here are step-by-step instructions to guide you through building a simple house. 1. Gather materials. 2. Choose a location. 3. Lay the foundation. Step 4. Build the walls. 5. Add windows and doors. Construct the roof. Light up your house. Furnish the interior. And add details. Here's an example build for our small house layout. Oh gosh. Also, we can experiment with different materials and designs to make our house unique. So we can use slabs for the roof to save on materials and give a sleek look, add multiple floors or basement for additional space, and we'll enjoy building our house in Minecraft. Let me know if you have any specific questions or need further details. I don't really need any further details because this is pretty cool, except for this foundation. I'm not gonna use that. Yeah, so luckily we don't actually have to gather materials because we're doing this in creative mode, but I do want to still find a good location because you have to find a flat area to build our house and make sure it's a place you like and is convenient for your needs, such as near resources or a spawn point. So I don't really know what specifically. I think across here would be cool, mainly because it's like by the ocean and I think it'll just look cool. So we have to lay the foundation. We have to clear out an area of grass and other obstacles so that building our house is easier. We have to mark out a perimeter, and that's the perimeter for our house. Oh gosh, this is going to be interesting. So we have to build the walls of our house by stacking blocks on the foundation and make them at least 4 blocks high to allow space for our character to move comfortably. So let's probably grab a few good blocks to build out of. And now that we generated our color field, we can find a good, pretty decent block palette to help build our house. And I'm actually thinking a red house, or maybe actually I don't know. I don't really know what to do. I'm thinking we could have 3 main layers to our house. So 1 made out of red blocks, 1 made out of green blocks, and 1 layer made out of blue blocks. So that's 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll add more blocks right here, and then 1 more 4-block tall section. Now we have our RGB house built. And then we have to leave spaces for windows and a door. So I'll make space for a door there. Where would we want to place windows? Like here, and then 2 there, and right in front. Could have some windows like that. I do have an idea though. What if I take this, move that there, and then move that there? We could fill this in. So we could do this, and then we could place our windows and doors in based off of how this looks. So we have to add windows and doors. So probably gonna make an extra space there. We have to place a door in the space we left for our entrance. Mangrove door, just like that. Can actually probably have that on the outside. Like that. That looks decent. Doesn't have to look the best right now because we're going to add details later. So we can add some red glass for the red layer, green glass for the green layer, and blue glass for the blue layer. That actually looks interesting. And then now we can construct our roof, which I think would actually look decent if it was just purely made out of the terracotta for now. I might change this in the future though. So now we have a basic concept for what our house is going to maybe look like in the future. But now we have to light up our house. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to really worry about this. It's already light enough in here. I don't really need to light it up. We actually have to furnish the interior before adding details. So let's furnish the interior. So that's our first floor. And then we can take some slabs up around like that. We can have a little hole going up there, which will also lead into this third room. I love my RGB house. So this doesn't look the best right now, but my goal is to make this look better in the future. Let's take some ladders, place them up there, and we can also just place some more ladders above that. So then we can probably make these windows in the middle more. Take some mangrove stairs, make a little couch there. Or actually, we can have our couch there. Take some mangrove slabs. We could go down here, take some wool, a little bit of carpet, and then we can place that there. So this bottom area is going to be very red. What comes up? I could also use a little bit of green blocks in here to add a little bit of contrast, which would not necessarily look bad. Take some bookshelves, take some waxed copper trapdoors, move that there. I could replace a few of these with actual oxidized trapdoors. And then I could actually take a furnace and a campfire, place a campfire right there, take some bricks like that, and then I could make a little chimney going out. Take some stone bricks like that, a wall up like that, a trapdoor there. And then I saw this a while ago. I want to try and use it. Boom, take that, place that on there. We can take our iron trapdoor and place that on there like that, and then it looks like a little stovetop, which is pretty cool. Then I could probably take a jungle trapdoor. I can place that there like that. That's pretty cool. There aren't really any dark oak, like stripped dark oak showing, so I'm gonna place that there. I could take a few barrels, place them right there and there, place that across there, and then I could actually move this there. It's like symmetrical. I could take some mangrove fences, place those there, and then change them so they just go straight up. I could add a painting. I don't really know which one will look good. Do that. And then on here, I actually don't think I really need to add anything, but this carpet would like realistically get burned by the campfire. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna move that. And then I think this room is done. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's move on to the green layer, the G and the RGB. I'm thinking this room could be like very naturey because it's green. So I'll probably take some coarse dirt, place that across there, take some grass and also put that across there. Then finally take some moss and put that on there. So now we can take some like a bunch of assorted leaves, like all of them. And then in here, I think we might be able to put like bamboo blocks. Might not look bad in here. So we could take a bamboo fence, make a little, like it could be supporting that, then another one right here, just like that. And then if we take like green carpet, we could place that around there. Take some barrels, keep the ones that are facing up open and make it so these are detached from the wall. Then I could take some spruce buttons, place those on there so it looks like a little like cap, I guess. So I'll take some more of these, place those there to look like they're kind of holding some of the grass in. And then we'll go up to the next level, which I'm thinking it could be a enchanting room. So I'm gonna raise the floor a tiny bit like that. But no, if I take an enchanting table, I can place that right there. I can take some bookshelves and place those there. And then I could place a few of these with chiseled bookshelves, place some books in there, take some slabs. I could actually place those up and around like that. And I could take some blue carpet, or I could have it fade from cyan to purple, like cyan here, blue going around, and then like purple there. I know this makes it so the enchanting table doesn't like work properly, but we have floating ladders, so it's not meant to be survival friendly. Don't question me. We could place that there, take a pot, boom, cornflower right there, a few cornflowers, and then I think this room is basically finished. I don't really see anything else I could really add to it except for a painting. That's a good painting for this. I'll actually just place that there. Now we need to make the exterior. Which could be a challenge. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna add details like it jutting out or anything. I'm gonna try and make it so it looks slightly realistic and has shading texture. That's my goal. So this is where the color thingy comes in, where I can come up here and I can take the red terracotta and then blend that into a slightly darker color. So I can like take this and then netherrack can go basically there. It doesn't look good close up, but from further away it'll look good. Stripped mangrove wood, like just around here. I never really used netherrack in a build, but looks like this is probably a good time to use it. So I can actually replace that bottom bit with red terracotta. Then I can place some black glazed terracotta. Remember, it doesn't look good from up close, but from further away, you can't really see the details, so it looks like really dark. I'm not gonna have it too visible. So now I can take some mangrove fences. I can place those up there. You see it looks a tiny bit more crowded because of the detail. That's what I wanted to try and avoid, because I don't want to make the interiors so crowded that it just becomes super overwhelming, which would be bad. I can place that there, and I think that looks good, because from further away it looks like that blue one is casting a shadow, and I think that looks pretty good. So now it's time to shade the green one, the G and the RGB. This is gonna be a fun one. So I'm gonna come over here, grab the green That's green concrete. Which one is that? That's like a lime terracotta. Yeah, I'll take lime terracotta. I'll start blending it like slightly into mangrove wood. That's a nice gradient there. So I can have your green concrete going around there like that. And I can actually grab a lighter color, like slightly lighter, and then have that on this side. So I'll place that there. And then I could move that in, like kind of make that into a little gradient there. And then here I can add some of the mangrove like wood, and you kind of see that it kind of looks like a little bit of shade, so I can put that there, little darker blocks. And for this, I think this looks good. Then again, from the inside, it looks a lot more full, I feel like, because of the the outside. So now it's time for the blue one, the B in the RGB. And I made a few supports so that it looks slightly more realistic. And then that looks a little more realistic, and then I could add some dark oak slabs underneath that, and that looks a lot better, I think. So which one's the lightest out of these three? Definitely this one. This one's the lightest, so I don't know, because there aren't as many blocks of this color. What if I replaced this with this? Yeah, and then I could make an easier gradient out of that. So I could take like darker blocks, then I could actually move this around, then I could like under here could make all this just dark prismarine. I could place those there, and on this side I also need a little bit more shading, I think. And then that looks pretty good apart from this side, which looks a little funky up here. And then since this is also getting hit by light in the same direction, I'm gonna make it so there's also light, like it's being hit from the same spot. And then I'm gonna add just a few extra details, such as lanterns. Actually, no, lanterns don't look good. Actually, no, from up here they look decent. I think that's a pretty cool little house. I'm actually pretty proud of this. I think this is one of the best houses I've made in a while. Even though it was made by ChatGPT, technically, it did kind of tell me to make every single thing 4 blocks tall and make it 7 blocks wide, but we don't talk about that.